The best.
Hey, what's up? We're here with Morgan, senior producer on Capcom's Dark Void. How you doing, sir?
Well, sir. Yourself?
I'm doing all right. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
So, Dark Void here. Last time we saw it, I guess, was E3. What's happened since then?
What hasn't happened? So we've been working really hard. Since E3, some of the big changes that are making their way into the game is we're getting the gameplay a lot more seamless. We showed off something that was more like a gameplay proof of concept. Here you're on the ground, here you're doing vertical, here you're flying. Now we're showing how all those components interact in every level after you get the jetpack. We've been pushing on towards alpha, so pretty much getting everything right to the point where we really can start like bug fixing, polishing, and making it pretty.
Cool. All right. Well, let's back up a little bit and talk a little bit about Will, the game's protagonist. I mean, what's his story? Like, how much of a role does he play? Is he just kind of the man behind the mask, or is he like out in the open, a full-on character?
So yeah, our hapless pilot Will takes that detour through the Bermuda Triangle, unknown to him, that ends up dropping him into the void. When he gets there, he really has got nothing. He's got a broken plane, he's got no helmet, no jetpack, no gun, and you actually start, that's your first gameplay experience. Like, you start as Will, trying to figure out what's what. Like every Capcom game, Will's definitely a strong character. There's a narrative thread throughout the whole thing. However, it's what we're trying to achieve is a really good balance of him as a strong character and Will as an avatar that you play. So no one really wants to hear their character be too preachy, right? Because you want to be there yourself. So I think we're getting a really good balance. In fact, just about a month ago, we had some good feedback from Inafune-san about really good ways to capture the character and really nail that intro fish out of water experience as we slowly bring you into the void. So I think we're going to get a pretty good mix that people are going to dig.
Cool. So as you kind of get to know Will a little bit better, he kind of gets to know the world a little bit better. What kind of progression will there be in terms of like how soon do you get that jetpack and what kind of upgrades?
Yeah, sure. So we're still balancing it. What we want to start with is sort of have Will think that maybe he's still on Earth, and then things get progressively more and more weird as he moves to the storyline. So shortly after landing in the void, you hook up with Nikolai Tesla. You actually get access to the hover pack that lets you do like the double jumps in the battlefield. It allows you to do vertical up. You roll with that for a little bit until ultimately you strap on the jetpack. Now, no one else in the void was crazy enough to strap on the jetpack until Will came around. So it's sort of like a first for everyone. Even Tesla doesn't know what's going to happen when it goes down. So it's kind of a cool moment. It's hard to say when we give you the jetpack because we're still balancing the experience, but basically, you know, within the first hour or two, you are super jetpack hero, and then that doesn't stop until the end of the game. You basically just embrace that. You're flying, you're punking people in the face, and it's sort of balls to the wall adventure.
So you talk about the game becoming a little more seamless when you're transitioning between these different moments of, you know, whether you're in a vehicle or jetpacking. So you can jetpack at any time regardless of where you are, right?
Yeah, I mean, you totally can. Like, whenever you want to take to the sky, it could be like a tactical choice. I want to get a little room between me and the enemy, rain some death from above down on them. It could be, oh, I'm hurt, I got to run and heal up really quick. Or you can be an idiot, like, oh, I'm in a hallway and I'm going to go for it. Like, awesome, because a lot of places you can go for it. It's not easy, but I mean, personally, I want to see people play it like that. Like, I want to see the crazy YouTube videos of, like, I got 2 pixels from a wall, flew past 4 enemies, dropped a grenade at their feet, flew past them again. Love them.
How will boss fights in the game work?
Oh man, I don't want to talk about that. It's too early. Every big interaction, to be a little generic because we're not talking about too much, every big interaction, whether it's bosses or a big environmental piece or whatever, is a combination between what I call pure gameplay, which is like AI working, complete player freedom, complete player control, and then QuickTime events. But what we're trying to do with our QuickTime events is not just have it be, here, play this sequence of buttons. We're trying to get a little boost of gameplay even into those events as well. And so every big fight is some mixture of those elements to different degrees.
So it seems sort of like, I mean, when you talk about kind of putting some gameplay into those moments, it's almost like when you're jacking the UFOs. It's like there's a little bit of gameplay of kind of moving around and trying not to get shot while you're
Exactly.
Right?
A button connects you onto the UFO, and then there's a little mini game of cat and mouse with the pilot. You're trying to draw his fire, he commits, you flip around, then you hit another button. So just that, you know, that what we never want to do is have the player just sit like he's watching, right? Like that's what movies are for, right? You know, and that's what a cutscene's for. So even in our quick times, we're trying to get just a little bit of player impulse and a little bit of figuring out the trick or the shtick in any given moment to figure out how to do it, and then own on from there.
Strippers or scrambled eggs? I mean, if you had to choose just one.
Scrambled eggs you can have pretty much any time of the day. Strippers in the morning, it's hard, man. It's hard.
What kind of structure, what kind of pacing are you going for?
That's the level, flow, and pacing is one of the biggest challenges we're facing. Because really, like, you know, there's few games that have had this sort of player freedom mechanic in it. At any point, you can take to the sky. Basically, what we've decided on is we are making a gumbo of different design elements, and we're basically picking how to construct the level layout from whatever's fictionally, thematically correct. So certain levels are very much here's open with floating things and you can fly and land. Some are very much here is a more linear path that suggests itself. But basically what we're trying to do is to design the level such that we have a mixture of these different elements and that they're not just coming one after another, and that the level may morph. Like, so imagine like the level that this is playing behind me, where we have this big shield, we're trying to drop shield generators to get in, we have to fight an Archon. Like in the game proper, here's a big fat exclusive spoiler for Giant Bomb. In the game proper, after the shield drops, you actually open up access to basically like an Watcher port. You actually get into a series of tubing, so what looks to be a level that's all about this open air instantly turns into straight, Return of the Jedi chasm, trying to fly through this tubing to get inside an alien base.
Wow.
And so we mix and matching throughout a single level is sort of our goal, so it doesn't get really stayed or tired.
Wow. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, fat spoiler.
You have, guns on Will's jetpack now. That I don't think that was in back at E3.
Brand new, yeah.
What sort of stuff is Will going to be packing? What kind of guns is he going to be messing with?
So between we call them survivors. It's the humans that have been trapped in the void. They're more mundane weaponry, like submachine guns, rifles, like boring. To exotic Watcher weapons, the alien technology, so like the disintegrator gun, their high-powered machine gun, some of their equipment. And then Will's big buddy in the void is Nikola Tesla. He's the guy who's built the pack.
Nikola Tesla.
The one.
Of Red Alert fame.
Or David Bowie, if
Yes.
you like movies. If only Bowie would do another game. I think it was Omicron. I don't know.
Yeah. Omicron.
He's done since then.
If you did Omicron, you'd be done too. Now, how will you get access to it? It'll be something like, Tesla will just like boost up alongside and you go, dude, made this gun, or is it gonna be like a currency where you're buying weapons?
So when you get Dark Void and you buy it, the first weapon you get is a submachine gun. Every other weapon is $5.99 as DLC.
Great.
You buy it, and no, it's totally a joke. Will's able to carry 2 weapons at a time, plus a grenade. He can pick up fallen weapons off the ground, and then as you meet Tesla, there'll be areas where you get Tesla tech that you can then take with you on your mission or swap out for. There's also a level up mechanic. Basically, we do collectibles around the game world. Guys will drop them. You'll find them, sort of encourage some exploration. You can spend those like currency to buy upgrade levels in all the weapon lines, including the jetpack.
Okay.
It's sort of like a player customization option.
Yeah, cool. So is that like a branching tree where you're kind of picking what you want, or where you end up with like, if you find all these collectibles, you'll be fully juiced by the end of the game?
Right now, it's you will probably have everything fully. 75% of the things fully juiced by the end of the game.
Okay.
You probably would take a replay to get all the collectibles, because some are hidden in areas like before Will even gets a jetpack that you need the jetpack to get to go back.
Yeah.
But pretty much you'll have enough to make all your favorites awesome, and then the 2 or 3 weapons you hate.
So you're saying that if you get a clear save, you can start over from the beginning of the game with a jetpack?
Wow, that sounded like another spoiler that I didn't say. I didn't confirm nor deny.
I didn't hear anything along
yeah,
those lines.
Something like that.
So you guys have been showing off Dark Void for a while now, in different forms for a long time. People have been kind of covering it, and what do you think? I mean, do you feel like that there are misconceptions out there about the game of what people are writing about it? Like, what's the thing that
what makes me mad?
Yeah, like what makes you mad? Like what do you want to get out there to the people and make sure that they know?
No, those people.
Make sure they know about your game.
So I got 2 things.
Right.
The 2 things that drive me crazy. People, for you. The 2 things. Thing number 1, Will's just a masked hero. No. If you fly like 300 miles per hour with nothing on your face, like you need a little mask. In fact, when you start the game, Will, no helmet.
No helmet.
Joy the face.
He's a dude.
The helmet actually does some sort of Stargate-y thing. He's just a dude. He's got a character. He's got a motivation. He's not a faceless hero.
And he's not a silent protagonist either. He will speak. Right?
No, Will definitely talks.
Okay.
Will definitely talks. He's present on the journey.
Okay.
So that's one that drives me crazy on the forums. The other one that drives me crazy, and this is like the bittersweet crazy because it's a compliment, is that flying is hard to control. The animation's like, whoa!
He looks like he's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, he looks like he's all over the place, and like that's awesome because that sells a fiction. However, with people haven't had control in their hand, think that controlling him is also that sort of squirrely whoa.
Right.
And it's Hollywood magic. But like I said, it's sort of a compliment masked in a misconception.
I imagine if you were a dude like Will and someone handed you a jetpack, you would not be a pro at flying it.
Yeah, exactly. Right off the bat. Yeah, your body would be like, But from a play standpoint, it's like trying to get really focused, tight controls. Again, going back to, we want you to be a badass. Sloppy controls do not badass meat.
And I just played it. I can say the flight controls are not sloppy.
People.
Dark Void, what's your release window? Like what are you committing to as far as it's coming out?
So right now we're strongly committing to 2009, but we're not saying when in 2009. But strongly committing to 2009. I personally would like to have a holiday this year, so yeah.
So earlier than
more than 30 days from now, less than 370.
Okay. There's your window, people. Dark Void. Look for it on shelves sometime between now and the end of the year. So start looking tomorrow, I guess.
There we go.
You never know.
Never know. Thanks, man.
Larry Flint's The Hustler Club.
And where is that located at?
San Francisco.
The city by the bay?
San Fantastic.
I'm going today.
Right now.